Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko, and in this whole video we're going to look into Gemini Sun, Moon, and as well Gemini Rising weekly general tarot reading May 10th up until May 16th, 2021. And if you do find yourself being interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to find a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. So with that being set aside, moving to the general reading of Gemini for that week, and the first card you do have Gemini, that is going to be the Seven of Wands, followed by the Star card. The third card of your spread, that is to be the Wheel of Fortune. Afterwards, what we do have, that will be the Queen of Swords. And the last card that we do have here, that will be the Magician. Wow, all right. So it seems that quite a big conflict that was most likely infused recently, or it's just have taken place recently. It seems that you are going to stumble that, or kind of like smother this conflict. What I'm trying to say is that you are going to win a rather huge battle here throughout the week, and that will not gonna go without any rewards. In fact, I do think looking at the cards, it is that you are going to be quite pleased despite what you went through waging that conflict or going through a raging war environment. What you went through, you're going to be quite pleased of what results are going to be brought forward when the conflict is settled down. So with the first card that we do have here at the start of the week, which is the Seven of Wands, it shows just that you are going to firmly stand and literally guard everything you believe and worked for. With the Seven of Wands, that it is when you are taunted, you are tested, you are pretty much challenged in general. And the thing it is that it could be inwardly challenge. You challenge yourself about something you do. It could be an inner conflict also. It's a bit unlikely, but for example, and I don't want to say it in front of the camera, but people that have addictions, that is also some kind of a conflict. You do challenge yourself having some kind of an addiction, for example, addiction playing video games or something like that. You know, you do have an addiction, you challenge yourself and you overcome that addiction here throughout this week. That is just for example, but it could be also a outwardly challenge from a person, from a situation. Some kind of a conflict is out there, and it doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel always on the edge. And for that reason, at the very start of the week, you are going to be ready to jump into action. You are going to be quite determined to pretty much stand your ground, if I may say it that way. And for that reason, as the energy stands, it seems that you will always gonna know what is best to be done at the right place at the right timing here. And what the next card here pretty much shows, it is that you are going to persevere. You're gonna live to your high standards, high ideals, and whatever competition or whatever opposition, adversary, or even an addiction you may be struggle against here, through your radiating strength, you will be able to pretty much overcome that plight. And those who oppose you will have no chance against that radiating strength, and those who are with you are going to be, with the Star card, are going to be pleased, enjoying your loyal, and what was the English word that I was looking for here? Unconditional support that you're going to give to these people. The Star card pretty much points that the perspective which is emerging in front of you, Gemini, it will be an amazing one. It's a perspective that shows that the era of a turmoil, a period of struggle, and a period of feeling, even if you will, helpless, it's now ending. And whichever perspective that is, may that be a very lucrative business venture, or a job that you have just found out here by overcoming some kind of addiction, for example, or a client that you always wanted to attract, or maybe a person that you're going to start dating with, because the star card also speaks about unfolding love. And it is just the perspectives in front of you, what you can do with yourself, with your life, and with the things you are good at, is going to be just amazing. So at this point at the week, the future pretty much is going to be very, very clear to you, and is going to look brighter than ever. And right after that, things really speeds up with that future, as we do have the Wheel of Fortune. And Wheel of Fortune points that right after you show the strength that I talked about, and you stumble upon, for example, the unfolding love, or in generally you live up to your standards and ideals here, things speed up, and very meaningful coincidences, even not consequences, but circumstances are about to start happening. At this stage, you can expect to be very active when it comes to dating, for example, meeting people, job, projects, clients, and in generally very active when it comes to tackling with world, looking for an opportunities everywhere where they may be presented. And one of these opportunities is going to happen to be a big change for you. And at that particular moment, this is going to be the efforts that you have inputted into the conflict that you just won, are gonna give its fruits. And your past deeds at this particular stage of the week, you are to see they all worth it. It's all of them simply worth it. So be prepared at the middle of the week to be very, very active, and also make sure, how can I say, you have just enough time to pretty much explore, and also to give a chance to many things that are to be thrown your way from the universe itself. And like I said, all of them are going to be very meaningful, and quite of a happy coincidences. And needless to say here, that the week of fortune is like the luck of the draw at this particular stage of the week, which should be mid of the week. Not just only the luck is going to be on your side, but also whichever you do, it seems that you're going to walk out of it unscathed, if it is something that's on a later stage you do find that you don't want to be a part of. And right after this dynamic that starts up into your life, this person steps in, which is the Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords, as an individual, they're quite emancipating people. They are very, very experienced as well, have a huge amount of knowledge, and they are very in tune with the surroundings, something that you just have begun at the start of the week. You just have made yourself to be. And the biggest quality of the Queen of Swords, it is that these people, they never give up. I mean, never. And whichever or whatever challenge is in front of them, they are pretty much capable, no matter of the circumstances, to push the things through. In your particular case, I do suspect it is that this one here kind of sees themselves in you, and it's a professional courtesy for them to encourage you, and pretty much, if they can, to guide your hand, to point you the way how you can capitalize the best on these rewards of your past deeds that I was talking about. Because for what it seems, some of them are going to be quite unexpected from you, pretty big piece for you to chew up and swallow down. And at some point you may decide, or have a assumption, if you will, to give up on cashing in on your rewards. Which is quite unacceptable for the Queen of Swords type of an individual. So even that throughout at this stage of the week only good things are going to happen to you, Gemini, still you will need some encouragement to cash in on these things. And so to me, the Queen of Swords kind of serves as an example what you can become by looking at this person, and you are going to freaking love what you see, what you can become out there. And that will be a huge push, huge momentum for you to move forward, because we do have the Magician at the end of the week, and that speaks about your determination and seeing how big how much sovereignty, or the big sovereignty you can adopt moving forward into the future, and therefore that will strengthen your will. It's pretty much gonna make you push forward, just as the Queen of Swords is about to push, is knows how to push forward. Now, I don't like to use that word here. The word is not reckless, but it is ruthless, right? But that is because the Queen of Swords, the example that you have been given, it's an example that you gotta do something about yourself at the end. No matter how much you try to please everybody around, there is gonna be always someone that it is displeased, right? No matter how kind you are and how good you are and so on and so forth, there will be always someone who isn't happy of your performance. So why don't you try pleasing yourself first and then think for the rest? Because when you are happy, the people that you love and that loves you, they are going to be happy as well. And that will be the standpoint here. And I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the Gemini star sign, because I'm not an astrologer. But with the Magician at this point, if you have been aiming to please many people around, always be a follower and so on and so forth, here at the end of this week, you are going to come up to the conclusion that if somebody doesn't like you for who you are, and probably you are not meant to be together. Not probably, but most definitely you're not meant to be together. And if you have been the follower by this point, now you are going to become the one who have been followed. Yes, if you are, for example, doing social media, being an influencer, or in generally you do your business and you like in generally attention, that is your attention here at the end of this week. That is fully, and that is engraved by the example and the enforcement of way of the Queen of Swords individual that shows up a little bit prior to the end of the week. And at the end of the week here, it seems that a huge impulse as well is going to be unleashed, very determined actions, but we don't have another card, so I can tell you what those actions are going to be about. That's regards to the week 17 to 23rd of May, and we're going to see that in a week. But these determined actions somewhat are going to involve as well a lot of negotiations. So I do think that you're going to strike a very, very good bargain for yourself. So that being said, Gemini, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys, May 10th up until May 16th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.